Hi, this is Diaz, speaker, author, life coach, and founder of Milagros Day Worldwide. I'm also a retired captain paramedic from the New York City Fire Department. And I'm here because I want to comment on the Ray Rice NFL dilemma from some various points of view. So, first, from the point of view of a survivor of domestic violence myself, the hashtag why I stayed has gotten thousands of, posts. And the post that I put up, why I stayed, was very, very simple because I didn't feel anyone else would want to be with me. So it's really about value. It's really about worthiness, which is, the biggest part of my message is, having women access their own value, their own worthiness. And what saved my life and how I was able to know and really believe my own value was through teaching other women that they had value, right? And so that was the first component as my response as a survivor. I, as I said, I was a paramedic for many years, and I responded to hundreds of calls for domestic violence. It was, I seen all different types of assault, and I saw all different responses from women. A lot of those responses were just leave me alone, let me stay here, I'm fine, mind your business, all of that stuff, right? And it is a very, very, very deep, insidious codependency and attachment that women in those types of situations can fall into. And then, and it actually statistically takes it takes a woman 7 attempts to leave an abusive relationship. So, why they stay is because, the reasons are numerous and boundless. And, there should also be a hashtag of why do I do this, right? Why do I hit? Why do I intimidate? Why do I humiliate, right? In addition to why I stayed, on the men's part, and very curiously for me, what I have found is it all boils down to worthiness as well. So the definition by the Department of Justice of domestic violence is that a person who exerts power and control over their intimate partner, whether it's physical or whether it is psychological, right? So what that automatically gets me wondering is, why would someone need to exert power and control over another person, right? Why would someone need to validate their own worthiness by putting someone else down, right? It's the same as bullying, right? Why do kids or even coworkers put each other down? It's to make themselves feel worthy. It's to make themselves feel powerful or above the other person. So it all comes down to worthiness. It all comes down to why is it that I don't feel that I'm enough, that I need to abuse someone else, or that I need to put someone else down to make myself feel a certain way, And by no means is it justified. By no means. Anyone who commits the crime of domestic violence should be held fully responsible to the fullest extent of the law. And, and that includes a famous football player. And so one of the good things that has come out of this is, there's a couple of actually, silver linings in this whole disaster, in this whole fiasco, is that one, the conversation of domestic violence has never been as mainstream as it is today. And that's huge, because it was always a taboo subject. Even, I've been running Milagros Day Worldwide for 5 years. And it's been a taboo subject. It's been, how do we get people to want to participate and to want to attend and to want to support something that they don't even want to talk about, something that they feel is something that you don't discuss, right? So now this has brought that issue to the forefront, and it's not going to go away. So that's a good thing. Another good thing is the fact that the major league sports organizations, it's starting with football, but I definitely see basketball, baseball, all of the major sports industries are going to follow suit and are going to be very, 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 careful of not letting this happen again, and of holding their players highly responsible, because, they're going to be held liable. And, that's apparently what happened with the NFL was that they wanted to make this go away and, sweep it under the rug. And, now they're being, brought to the table because of that. So, again, taking full responsibility. So, what I can say to any woman that's being put in this position, it's not easy. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy to grow, to get out of the situation, logistically, financially, emotionally. It's going to be really hard. But you know what? It's definitely worth it. It's worth it to have yourself, to have your life, to have your kids feel safe. 1 out of every 3 women experience domestic violence in their lifetime. And I always say an even more disturbing statistic is the fact that over 10 million children a year witness domestic violence in the home, and I was one of those kids, and that has very, very deeply damaging effects on children, and and on families and communities and the world. If we want peace, if we want to end war, we need to start at home. We need to start with families. And so Milagros Day Worldwide is doing its part of that. We need many groups. All of the groups that are coming up are necessary, because they each address a particular specific need. And the need that Milagros Day Worldwide addresses is shifting the victim paradigm. So having women get that if I don't see myself as a victim, no one can victimize me. And then also, teaching them leadership, teaching them that their skills and their gifts and their talents are needed in the world. They're needed in their communities. And just the programs that we have, the boot camp where we take women away for 3 days for a life-changing flight of freedom. Leave all that past behind and find yourself. You walk in there with all the masks and all the armor, and you walk out of there yourself, who you really are. And then we give you the tools to maintain that through the Transformation Academy. And then we have the Mother's Day walk every year where we celebrate women who have overcome domestic violence. We honor those who have lost their lives to this horrible epidemic, and we highlight the possibilities and what is possible after domestic violence. So let's just take this incident and instead of pointing fingers and finding blame, let's see this as an opportunity to look around our own communities, our own families, and if we see something, say something. The same way that that slogan for terrorism, domestic violence is terrorism in your home. So if you see something, say something. Say something to the woman who you see is accepting this behavior. Say something to the man who you see is exerting that behavior. And yes, I know that there are women who abuse men, but we also all know that the percentages are extremely higher. So no one should be abusing anyone, really. So that's it, and thank you for hearing my opinion, and definitely, give your own opinion of this. Just have a discussion. Have a discussion at work, at home, with your family, with your kids. They're hearing this news. You might as well talk to them about it. And also, join us, join Milagros Day Worldwide, and continue that discussion with us. Okay? Thank you. Be well. Don Diaz.